This one is one of my favorites. Absolutely mind-blowing how effective this tool is as a conversational AI partner to help you grow in your language, enhance your language, or completely learn a new language. Now I'm going to dive into some prompts today that are just small examples of everything this can do. We're going to look at Mandarin, business meetings, and personal conversations and see what it's done for me and how it's giving me all the tools that I need to access and grow my language capabilities. Now, as we know, I do have many years running as a tutor and trainer for multiple languages. Mandarin has been one of those languages, so I'm here to foolproof and check all of the responses ChatGPT 4 and Speak gives to me today. I started off by asking, how can I best use Speak and maximize on its capabilities with ChatGPT 4? It's always great to ask this question first because you want to understand what it can do and what it can't do so you save time and you're not disappointed. It's got 5 main points: translation, language learning, cultural nuances, phrase explanation, and contextual translation. I will say cultural nuances, phrase explanation, and contextual translations are some of the most difficult aspects when learning new languages. So if you're aware of what these 3 points really mean, you're probably already excited and can't wait to see what happens next. So we're going to dive in to what happens when I tell ChatGPT that I want some help polishing my Mandarin before the next business meeting. Can you help me with a greeting in formal Mandarin and some prompts I can ask to inquire about a large company's internal development? Now, just to highlight some things about this prompt. I let it know that I want help polishing my Mandarin. So I would let it know where you're at on your language skills. The next thing is I've given it the context of a business meeting because it's going to make very different responses for a business meeting or a personal conversation based on the culture's differentiation between conversating with elders in a formal setting or in a relaxed setting. I've asked it to help me create a greeting in formal Mandarin, some more specifics, and some prompts on how I can inquire about a large company's internal development. Here's what it generated. Sure, I can help with that. Here's some formal greetings and prompts you can use in Mandarin. And it's got one greeting here. 你好，我想请问一下贵公司最近的内部发展情况. Translation. Hello, I would like to ask about the recent internal developments of your company. And it also gives me some alternative phrases that I can use. I will let you know that it generated all of this response. And it actually didn't look like it was going to stop. Once I felt like I had enough, I clicked stop generating a response because who knows how long this was going to run. I was so excited. I told ChatGPT, perfect. I can manage on a date myself, but I need some jokes from my girlfriend who speaks Mandarin. I'll have to understand why it's funny, so help me break down the context of the saying. Lastly, I want to understand why they say Ren Shan, Ren Hai in China and what it means. Just some context on the prompt. Now, I'm conversating with it, so it feels natural in the way that it generates my response. Normally, when we conversate and we feel natural, we give out more information than we need than when we think too hard and try to be precise. That's one of the benefits of ChatGPT 4 over ChatGPT 3. Now, I told it that I need some jokes. I give it the context my girlfriend speaks Mandarin. I said that I want to understand why it's funny, to break down the context specifically, and then lastly, I gave it just a touch to test its capabilities. A phrase in Mandarin is Ren Shan, Ren Hai. It's used when there's people everywhere, when there's masses of people. And the direct translation is there's people from the mountains to the ocean. Just exemplifying like a giant mass of human beings. I know what it means, but I want to see if this language model can tell me what it means as well. So here we go. Sure, let's start with some Mandarin jokes. I'll just read the translations. Do you know why the computer often sleeps? Because it has windows. Now, this joke doesn't make sense to me from the start, so I'm going to read what it suggested to allow me to comprehend why it's humorous. This joke is a pun on the word windows. In English, Windows is the operating system of the computer, but in Mandarin, 床住 also means windows in a house, where one might let in a breeze to sleep. So the joke is that the computer sleeps because it has windows. Okay, when you think about it, I get it. If you're in China and you got your windows open and you feel that nice, cool, relaxing breeze, you're probably gonna fall asleep. And so this joke is just giving some personality to a computer, which in the Chinese language is a pun, because electronics don't have any humanized attributes. I want to look forward and see how it did with the phrase Ren Shan Ren Hai. As for the phrase Ren Shan Ren Hai in Mandarin, it literally translates to people mountain, people sea. This is an idiom used to describe a very crowded or bustling scene where there are so many people that it feels like a sea of people. This phrase is often used to emphasize the overwhelming number of people in a particular place or event. I couldn't have said it more perfectly myself. It actually reminded me of some of the original meanings of this translation. I personally am super satisfied in knowing that Mandarin is such a difficult language and that in seconds, Speak and ChatGPT 4 have become a better tutor than most tutors may ever get to be. So, if you're looking to learn a language, if you're looking to check in on your tutor, or if you're a tutor and you want to be even more helpful to the students that you're training, this seems like a perfect and a wonderful tool to grow, maximize, and enhance language skills.